Well, here I am at the Cahaba River in Centreville, Alabama, and fixing to put my canoe in the water. And it's about 8:30 in the morning, and hope to canoe to Selma in the next couple of days. See my canoe, and still have to put all my gear and stuff in it. It's a beautiful day. It's about 55 degrees, sunny, no wind. Water level's good. It's over 3,000 cubic feet per second. And looks like it's going to be a beautiful day today. The water was still murky looking from rains a few days before. The river at Centreville had reached 18,000 cubic feet per second. To put that into perspective, the median for this state is 2,000 cubic feet per second. On the day of my paddle, it was about 2,800 cubic feet per second. The first 8 miles or so looked a lot like this. The river was fairly narrow and deep. There wasn't a lot of visible current. In other words, there wasn't water flowing around and over objects. But the water was moving some. As I looked around, I began to wonder if there would be good spots to take breaks. But in time, that would change. between 10 and 11 miles into my paddle, I found a nice sandbar to stop and take a break, stretch my legs, have a snack. As you can see, there's noticeably more current here. This was a beautiful spot with the high bank across the river. It was warm, mid-70s, so I took my jacket off and paddled in my t-shirt the rest of the day. Harrisburg Road is the first bridge that I came to. It's 13.3 miles from the access point in Centreville, Alabama. After I left Centreville, I don't think I heard the sound of a car or a motor or any human sounds. This section of river is quite remote, as most of it was. Even as I crossed under the Harrisburg Road Bridge, I didn't hear a car. Very quiet and peaceful. Well, it's a beautiful day here on the Cahaba River. It's about 75 degrees, light breeze out of the south. Water level is excellent. A little muddy looking, but that'll clear up when it goes down, I'm sure. And just stopped here at a gravel sandbar to have some lunch. And it's beautiful day. I had to put my sunscreen on. Hopefully I don't get burnt. I'm gonna keep putting it on today. I don't have a tan yet. Well, I'm gonna go get my paddle wet again. The on-road Tubbs Road Bridge at Heiberger was the second bridge that I passed under on my trip. It was about 26 miles into my journey, and it's about 12 and a half miles from the Harrisburg Road Bridge. There is an access point here for those that would like to either put in or take out for our day trips. was pleasantly surprised to see an island, and I decided to paddle around the side that had the least amount of water, hoping that there wouldn't be a tree blocking the channel. I saw hundreds of turtles out sunning themselves on trees and on logs. They were shy though. As soon as I got close, they would slip into the water. Here's one on the right side that jumped in right as I was approaching. The third and final bridge I paddled under my first day was the Sprott Bridge, Alabama Highway 14. This was about 38.5 miles from Centreville. And as you can see, it's getting later in the day. I think by this time it's 5:30 or 6 o'clock or so. The shadows are beginning to lengthen, and I'm starting to think about maybe winding up my day's paddle. I saw and heard very few mechanical noises throughout the day. The first car I saw was right here on this bridge. I did have a fighter jet fly over while I was eating my lunch. He was flying very low, just a few hundred feet above the treetops, and he was maybe a mile upstream of me. He was likely practicing his low-level flying skills. He wasn't breaking the sound barrier, as I could hear him coming, but it got louder as he went by. On the right shore here you can see is a nice boat landing, one of the better access points that I saw on my trip. Well, find a nice little sandbar here to camp on for the night. It's where I'm standing is good and gravel, so it's hard and not soft or muddy or anything. We've had a lot of rain here. A few days ago, I don't know if you can see, but the water line on the trees behind me is about 6 feet above the level of the river right now. This entire sandbar would have been covered last weekend. So anyway, it looks like a good spot, and a few bugs out here, but not bad. Not supposed to get any rain tonight, so it should be okay as far as being high enough out of the water.